Hey, y'all ready? Let's get into this recap. Let's get into this recap. Are y'all here? Come on, come on, come on. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna turn this music off that was provided to me by none other than the Sir Black Cool. So thank you, Black Cool. I know you have something new coming out. So make sure you get that to your girl, or me get some money to you so your girl can have it. That's probably how I should say that. Hello, 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 Facebook. I am excited about tonight. You're asking me why I'm excited. I'm going to tell you why I am excited. But give me just a moment. I got to make sure all of the people are here on the live, because we have a nice lineup scheduled for tonight. I have Lethal Weapon on the live with me, so I need to make sure it's open so everyone can see it. Now it should be wide open. Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I had to do that little technical situation. Hello, T-Sippers. Y'all good? Y'all good tonight? Yeah? Happy New Year to all the folks that I have not had an opportunity to see so far this year. Happy New Year. I pray that your year is blessed. And listen, everything that you wanted to do, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. 2023 is the year to get it done. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining tonight's recap of the Isdc. I've had some people ask me, T-Lady, what in the world were you at this weekend? So I have to explain to my steppers where I was this past weekend. So because it's a new arena for me. It's new for me. I've never attended this event. So I'm going to do my regular recap. Y'all know I'm going to do that. But I needed to bring in someone that has been a part of this Isdc for the last few years to kind of come in and kind of help filter through this recap. His name is Lethal Weapon. I am excited to have him join me again. You guys should remember he actually joined the live when we actually did the pre-festivity live. So he's back with me to actually sum up the Isdc Houston, Texas. Are you ready, darling? Cool. What's up, Lethal Weapon, darling? How are you?
I'm still recovering from last weekend, but I'm good. Happy, but good. Hello, T-Sippers, all those people that are on her Facebook Live and in viewing world and her audience, so to speak.
I appreciate you for coming. Now, I know you and I have just started to talk in the last 6 months, so you may not know a lot about my platform, but very, very briefly, I'm going to let you know a little bit about some of the things that I do. Normally, when I go to an event, I'll do a recap of what I experienced at the event. I typically name it good, bad, and ugly. Now, the reason why I started doing this is for our dance community to have an opportunity to go to an event, and then they'll let me know some of the things that they experienced while they were at the event, whether it be good, bad, or ugly. Okay. And what I normally do with that information is I give that to the promoter in this recap that I'm doing. Most promoters are very, very excited to hear what the people are saying. I'm a firm believer of, if you want to do better, you need to know what you need to do better in. And if you're not told, then how are you going to know you need to change some things, right? Or whatever the case may be. Now, every event doesn't have an ugly, every event doesn't have a bad. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of those events that I there's a couple of little things, but to be honest with you, and I'm not just saying that because I want to come back next year. That's not why I'm saying it. I'm literally saying it because it's the truth. So what we're going to do, T-Sippers, we're going to go through a little bit about what happened in Houston. Now, there is absolutely no way I can hit every target point of this event. There is absolutely no way. Lethal, when I got the itinerary, my eyes said, oh, excuse me. Now, keep in mind, y'all, They emailed me my itinerary, who was coming to pick me up, what car, my room. Listen, and I've been involved with several large events. This by far, when it comes to organization, tops it. No slight toward anyone else. It was just the attention to detail that I have got to say publicly was stellar. Have you noticed that dealing with the ISDC?
Have I noticed that? That's all I know.
Yeah.
You can say I'm a OG of ISDC.
Mm-hmm.
I've never missed one. I've been a part of it from day one. So it's just grown to where it is right now, and it's only going to get better. You know, another level of greatness, as I like to say. Um, Tina puts, she's an expert, or can I say she's a stickler for organization, because this is her baby. She needs to have everything in place. You don't have to ask who, what, when, and where. The itinerary is down to the T. Even before you get there, you know what workshops are already going to be done before you even get there. Who's going to do it, and this, that, and the other. So I've never had a problem of not knowing what was going to happen, even with what I do, what time I go on, who does what, when, what, and where. So it's one of those things. That's what ISDC is about.
Let me stop right there. So Thursday night, the 29th, we come into the city, everything is laid out. I mean, when I tell you, first of all, her husband came to pick me up, so that was a joy. And he and I, we talked all the way from the airport. So I don't know if it was like 20 minutes. Literally, he talked to me the whole 20 minutes. I was there for it. I know everything about Tina. So at this point, me and Tina are cousins, period. Now that's just period. I take me, you cousins. So whatever. All right. So Thursday night. So let me kind of take you where mentally I was on Thursday night. Okay. Now, first of all, I was extremely tired. I don't know why I was so tired. I don't know what the airplane did to me. I don't know. Delta literally sucked life out of me Thursday on the flight. So by the time I got there, I'm like, ain't it time to go to bed? Oh, no, baby. It is showtime. All right. So Thursday night was your meet and greet party, amongst other things you had going on during the day. Now, steppers, let me school you on something, Kevin, because we're merging into each other's world. So I gotta make sure you understand.
I understand
the attitude of a stepper. Okay.
Please enlighten me, because I need to understand this coming into this world.
Yes, and I hope Tina and Damon and I hope the team, they're on here paying attention, because she wants to get more of the steppers involved. Okay, now listen. First of all, steppers gonna be sharp regardless. They don't care. You could say it's blue jeans and t-shirts. Child, we're gonna bling out that t-shirt, bling out them jeans, have on heels, be doing too much. First of all, steppers gonna do too much. Let me first establish that. I don't know if you got a pen, I'm gonna make it plain. Steppers are going to do too much. It's just a part of who we are. It's a part of our nature, whatever the case may be. All right, now, the second thing is with steppers, we typically, hold on one moment. Candyman, can you come turn the TV off, please? My TV just came on. Anyway, steppers are going to be too overdressed. That just appeared. Maybe I'm speaking for myself, because I was extremely overdressed on Thursday. But anyway, this is a different story. All right. We're not going to get, okay, Tina's schedule says it starts at 8 p.m. Now, in a stepper's mind, that means 10:30. I'm gonna let you know that right now. 10:30 which is a good time to arrive at a set. Now, in our world, we feel that if it starts at 8 and you get there at 8, you kind of knew. The DJs usually say they're playing to the seats. Ain't a lot of people coming at 8 o'clock, even though it says you start at 8. Now, the reason why I want to make that early, I want to make that known early in this conversation, is because I got down at 10:30. Well, again, so to me, I'm on time. I'm going to just let y'all know that right now. I am on time to get downstairs at 10:30. That's actually a little earlier. I have gotten down to a set at 11:15. That's perfect. I'm just follow me, Kevin. All right. I sashay. You know, okay, hey. I get over to my table. Drew Alexander says, hey, T lady. Hey, Drew. Because I hadn't seen him yet. I'm like, hey, Taylor. Hey, I'm just, he ain't smiling like I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I'm like, you know. Drew says, T lady, where you been? I took a nap, you know, I got dressed, I came on down. Now, this is no offense to our Caucasian brothers and sisters, but this is what he said. It's like white folks' church. They start on time, not Baptist church. Baptist church, you know, it's 8 o'clock. Baby, by the time I got there, baby, the choir had sang, they done took up offering, and the pastor is having an altar call at 10:30. That's how late I was. Stamplers. What it made me realize is that I have to do better as a human. Going into 2023, I can't come downstairs at no party at 10:30 and it start at 8.
Well, can I interject here? And as you've told me this, let me go and give you the good, bad, and ugly of ISDC. If you plan on, when you plan ISDC, you have to be mentally prepared about a month before, and you mentally have your body has to be ready 2 months before, because when they say 8, I was there at 2 o'clock, didn't check in till 3, went upstairs, came back down, was dressed. By 8 o'clock, people are rolling in and they go upstairs and put their stuff up. They don't even get unpacked. They do what they can and come back down because, like J3 says, shouts out to J3,
yes,
my
absolutely.
boy, the head DJ. They done probably did 40, 50 songs by that time.
And guess what he just said? He's done 40 songs by 10 o'clock.
And they're not playing. They start. She is a stickler, and she's on point on getting ready and being prepared because people are coming in because we want to give them their money's worth from the time we start till the time we finish.
Lethal, I literally, in the disgust and the disappointment on Drew's face, it's the part I cannot get out of my head. Drew, I am sorry. Okay, so now I have made it a point that I'm going to be down there when J3 get there. Now, I didn't get there early, but you know what I'm saying? When the DJ start the first song, I'm going to be downstairs because I feel the disappointment from my brother, that being Drew Alexander. He was so disappointed in me on Thursday night, but I fixed it. All right. So, okay, now I have party. I came down 10:30. I'm like, okay, I'll get a couple of hours in, and then I'll go on upstairs. Oh, no. I'm thinking the party gonna be over. Typically, stepping parties over about 2 o'clock. We got to scrumming around, try to find us something to eat. We're gonna talk a little mess in the lobby. Then we might go upstairs about 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe. Oh, no, not ISDC. They had a whole nother room crossover through there with pizza. It's a pizza party. Free pizza party. You ain't have to find out or wonder where you're going to eat. They have plenty of food for you to eat. Now, here go that J3 again. We coming over to the pizza party. You ain't coming? J3, I've been hopping around here with y'all for 2.5 hours. Where I'm finna go? We finna go over here and eat pizza and party till 4 o'clock. How late did you guys, now mind y'all, this is Thursday. How late did y'all party on Thursday? Do you even know?
I think the last person left around 4:30.
Thursday night. We have 3 more days to go. Unfreaking believable, guys. Now, Friday we get into the workshops. Now, the list of workshops is absolutely bananas. I want to say this to you, Kev. Lethal. I got to get used to calling you Lethal. I have to say this shout out to you. You made sure to check on me. You make sure to try to make sure I knew where I was going, what I was doing. I didn't. I just was floating around there. But you did the best you could to try to help assist and, facilitate what I needed to do and where I needed to be. So I do appreciate you. Do you have anything to do with the workshop piece at all in terms,
I'm basically I'm ISDC personified.
Okay.
You're going to see my face. I'm going to be in whatever capacity I need to be to not let Tina run around and ask folks asking Tina. They can ask me. I'm more like the person in front and they're the behind the scenes. I like to be that one that they can come to, go this direction. Hey, you see me on the microphone. You see me directing people. I'll serve whatever it's going to take to make this run smooth for Tina. This has been my thing for 2014, 2013, 2014. So I'm more of her little brother, the one that she's formed into who I am right now. And I just love doing what I do. And they always have volunteers that'll direct you to whatever. That's why they're sitting at the door to be able to tell you where to go. You always have the registration that'll be able to give you the itinerary, tell you which way to go. You just have a fun time. I just like to, it's what I love doing. It's part of my life now.
Well, I cannot go into all of these workshops. I tried to cover as many workshops as possible. It was a little bit more heavier. I don't know if people noticed, it was heavier on the stepper workshops. And the reason why I was a little bit more heavier in terms of visual is because I'm trying to get the steppers to come into this world of the ISDC. So if don't feel slighted any of the other workshops, I just kind of channeled in on that a little bit more than the swing and the line dance and some of the other ones that I was able to get.
Oh, I forgot to say it. Let's be and I'll cut you off. It was 3 things going on at one event. It was ISDC, the line dance, and the jazz part. So it was 3 events going on in one hotel, all under one roof at one time. So if you could not get a sample of in and everything, something was your taste palette or your dance palette had not been fulfilled because you had a buffet, a sample of everything, and you could have went from beginners, 2-step, even had Zydeco, because when I said Zydeco, you looked at me like, what is that? And when you got a chance to see it,
I loved it. Listen, yes. I don't know. I don't know if you noticed my face the entire weekend. It was a lot of this right here. Like, it was such a culture. I don't want to say shift. It was just like they all came to one place. All of the different dance styles, with several different dance styles, all culminated right here in one spot at one time. And I'm looking at myself going, girl, you only know how to step. So and I do a little ballroom. Somebody did get me in ballroom. That was it. So what it made me realize, and what it kind of opened up my palette to, why not learn other dances, right? So before I go there, because I'm going to talk to my steppers kind of separately, let's do a little bit of good. Again, I cannot go through all of the workshops, but before I go there, I do want to tell Sean Ballantyne, Drew, Ron Brown, it was Tori, some of the steppers that were there that I got an opportunity. Chalk. Thank you guys so much for coming to the ISDC. I think some of them had already been there before. I know Sean had been, of course, Drew has been. I'm not sure whether Tori has been before.
Tori was there. She's been there a couple of years too.
Okay. So they walked around like they knew what the heck they were doing. It was me and Chalk was like, okay, we don't really know what's going on. Okay. So what I wanted to talk to you particularly about is, and this is one of the concerns that the steppers are having, right? And their concern is the music. Now, I will say that while I was there, that was a concern of mine. As I'm sitting there, I'm going, oh God, I can't dance yet. Oh God, I can't dance yet. But they look like they're having a good time. So that's one of the things that Tina and I kind of briefly talked about kind of to the side. How can we help the music side of ISDC to get the steppers more involved, because everything else is there, steppers. When I tell you everything is there, the organization of it is there, the food is there, the things that we love, the everything else is there. It was the music, and I got to say this for the bad. I just got to throw it on out there. The floor, the dance floor for us was a little shaky, was a little rough for us. Now, that's for the ones that don't wear dance socks. I eventually put on dance socks, and that was fine. But it was the floor and the music for us, which are two of the main things when it comes to bridging the gap with steppers. Can you think of anything that we can do to help that part of ISDC to get these steppers involved?
I think number one, steppers, and I don't like to do that because it's a dance community.
Yeah.
And that's where we've had this conversation. I'm like, what we try to do is, and I was a DJ, shouts out to all the DJs that were up there, J3, EMS, Crazy Q, I Keeps It Cracking, and Stevie Ray. Shouts out to all of them. It's about, if you have songs, put them out there. We tell anybody, when you're getting ready to come, shoot them to the DJ so that we can have them on the playlist. Or if you want a song, if you know you're coming, shoot us a list that we can implement into the evening. Because like I say, the only way we know how to implement something is if you bring it to us. The community, if you're a community, you're going to help one another. If you got a list from somebody that you know is a stepper, we find out which one, because you got to also realize on that dance floor is almost 5 styles.
Yes.
At one time. So you have to implement a song that can try to accommodate 4 to 5 styles. And I said 5, and it may be less, but 4 to 5 styles at one time on the floor. Implementing that. You don't want to single out anybody.
Right.
But you also want to make sure everybody's happy. Now, everybody's not going to be, but you want a majority of the time. But if it's a song you want to hear, it's 5 DJs up there to say, hey, I would like to hear this song.
Yeah. Request
it, and boom. J3 almost downloads songs as he's standing there.
Yeah.
And if it's capable of doing anything, we accommodate. That's why we want you to come. The music gets better every year. Mm-hmm. The floor, everything gets better every year.
Yes.
We've gone from a little bit of a small dance floor to where we are now.
And it was huge. Yeah.
I'm saying about it, and I'm claiming it. We'll have 2 dance floors in one ballroom.
I can believe that.
Because it's going to get larger. Because if you think about what we did, we were not only national, but we were international.
Yes.
What people have to realize is we had people from Croatia.
Yes.
We had other continents in there.
Crazy.
So steppers, nothing against you.
Yeah.
I understand it's a culture shock.
It is. Yeah.
It's a culture shock because I knew it was for you.
Yes.
Stevie Ray plays at steppers events. Q is a stepper, but that's his love. He's a stepper. So we have those people that can do that, but you also got to realize it's for everybody. And I want you to enjoy the dances as we enjoy you, because I saw so many people watching and videoing different things. So it let me know that, hey, we aren't just looking at the 2-steppers, those, or the swing out, or the 2-steppers. We're looking at everybody.
And that's the thing, Listen, and you got your name right here on the screen, and I still keep calling your government name. Lethal. I think, and I'm gonna be honest, and you probably can't answer this for the steppers. And so some of my steppers have definitely logged on. And one in particular, I think it was Amanda, said we have to be more open too. I'm noticing after I covered this, of course, I've spoken to several people that saw the coverage and was very interested in what they saw, especially the Lindy Hop. The Lindy Hop, I literally felt like I needed to get up there and like do it. And I don't even know how to do it. But it was so much, it was so, oh my God, I felt, especially for them to be Black, I hate to say it, but I think the name of the group was something like that. Black Lindy or something like that. That was so impressive to me because it's not something that we see often. Now you guys see it all the time because you guys have opened up your palette to so many different dance styles. But the majority, and I can't speak for every stepper, but the majority of the steppers, that's all we do is step. Some, of course, you got some that do other dance. I'm not speaking for everybody, but the majority of us only step. So I actually had someone call me today to say, I know you're going to do a recap and talk about this, but I just don't see how this is going to work. So my answer to him was, first of all, you have got to be open to something different. Now.
Okay, so can I stop right there? Can I stop
Absolutely.
you right for a minute? I thought about something, and you went into Friday, and then the only reason why I'm going into Friday is your recap. If you remember, when I walked in, I stepped all the way out of any kind of dance. So what I do is, and what we like to do is, you have to remember, not everybody was born Chicago stepping, two-stepping, this, that, and the other. So I don't want you to forget that when you have a good time, not everybody's going to always be a stepper where you go. So you just got to have a good time when you're in Rome. So my thing is, if an open mind, an open heart, and open eyes can see what we are offering at ISDC, it's a huge, what we call, family reunion.
It really is.
There's so much love, so much food, drink, conversation. It's a lot of things that you need at this day and time. So steppers, I'm not going to be biased because you're in the dance community. Right. And I want you to implement yourself in learning that, hey, we want to be just like we want to be a part of the dance community. Don't want to single out. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing: the Lindy Hoppers danced to whatever was on, they danced.
Baby,
they could have cared less.
At one point, the music stopped and they started singing and kept dancing. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, y'all came to party. That is the difference. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna speak. Now, y'all steppers, y'all know y'all get mad at me all the time, but I'm used to it. I think we as steppers are a little bougie. We're a little bougie and a little stuck in our ways a little bit. Like we,
okay, so I'm gonna leave that alone because I want to be invited to a step. But see, this is the me. I want to be invited to a steppers event. Hopefully one day soon. Any promoter out there that needs an MC, I want to be invited to one, and I'm learning. Yeah. But ISDC for me, I tell anybody that has a problem or not open-minded, just come. It's worth the money. It's worth the time. We had a live band New Year's Eve night.
That right there, thank you. That was Saturday night. That was, now, let me relate it to stepping, okay? Normally, at a stepping event, we'll have someone singing live, right? They may come in, do 2-3 songs at intermission. They out of there. This right here, help me. First of all, I need to know the name of this band. That's first and foremost.
Front cover band.
Please send me their information. I would love to bring them to an event I'm doing. I promise you. They were amazing. And they performed, an hour? But we were dancing the whole time. And
yes.
Who was it? I think it was Chalk came over. He He said, you know, this whole time I thought they were playing music. That band is still playing. I'm like, yes, they
The
were
front
just
cover
that
band.
good.
Uh-huh.
Who came up with that idea to do? Or is this something that y'all do anyway? Talk to me. I'm confused.
This was well, we've had a singer before. She was off the Tyler Perry. She was in a couple of Tyler Perry's plays. I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but we had a singer once before. But this is the first year we actually had a band. So, and to be live and doing what we done, that was the first time. So you got to see, we taking it to new levels. Every year it's a new level. Every year. And to go back, I have my crew with me. They're on here, and I thank you all for tuning in and chiming in.
Yes.
It was a brand new floor. So we got a brand new floor installed that day. So I was there when they were installing the floor. So understand that we doing we giving it all.
And I
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
And I believe you. The only reason why I even made mention of it, because it was mentioned to me. So I'm like, yeah, it is a little, it's, because some folks are used to putting down powder. They used to putting all down. Now, see, y'all may not do that. I didn't see no powder there. I didn't see no dance, sugar, salt, whatever the name of it is.
You know what? And you know what? As we learned, there may be some little minor details that we didn't jump on because we're so busy trying to make sure everything else is done that we can write that down and have that down for next year. Because I guarantee you,
I'm not saying to add it. I'm not saying to add it. Most of us
we normally do have it. We normally do have it.
Okay.
So and because they wear dance, I'm leaving it alone. John Seegers, my bruh.
No, I like that. No. I'm reading it. He said because they wear dance shoes. That is a major difference. Listen. We're talking.
And I'm seeing that, and I'm glad for the conversation. I'm glad everybody is chiming in on this show, because what you're now seeing is, for most of the people that are chiming in, with some people that were at ISDC. Some people had not been in a while. I'm glad to have seen them. Like I say, we travel, but we don't see each other. Facebook friends, but when you get to see each other on a regular, at ISDC, it almost seemed like it's intensified. Like we hadn't seen each other in years.
I loved it.
And you got so much love. I saw everybody was loving on you. You didn't know a lot of people's names, but they knew you. And that was.
Listen to me. And this is not to come across arrogant at all. People that know me and follow me know I'm not arrogant at all. That's not me. I literally was like, you know me? So I had to stop doing that because it looked weird after a while. I was like, there was a lot. But I was really surprised. And they weren't steppers. Like some of the people, no, I'm not a stepper. Girl, I'm learning how to step this weekend. What? How do you even know me? So the reason why I want to make sure that is known to us as the stepping community. I know it's one community, but I have to talk to them separate because I said we're a little different. The reason why that's important is because other dance styles are interested in us. But why are we not as interested in them?
I could have asked that question. That's a good question to ask. And I don't understand what happens that you all of a sudden become segregated or bougie or cliquish because you're a stepper, when you're the same person that before you stepped was doing the same dances before you stepped. Then all of a sudden you became untouchable or can't talk to you now. So I don't understand that. But I know this one thing. When you come to ISDC, your family. Your mind is open. Your legs are hurting just like ours. Because I thought about it, and I want us to be in what is called a dance community. Stop acting like I'm not going to say you're better. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to even say that. I'm not going to go there. Let's just stop separating ourselves as far as a dance community. We love the music. You love our music. We dance, you dance. We want to have a good time. You want to have a good time.
Yeah.
ISDC, we've been trying to get steppers for the longest. Tina has changed. She changed the date
Yeah.
because she wanted steppers to come because her love for dance and the bringing together the communities
Yeah.
is that I changed my date so that I could get you here to understand. We want you to compete. Show us what you're working with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have no reason now not to. And then she made it to where it was affordable. And you also get top-notch instructors just in case you need a touch-up or refresher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
we got DJs that can play, that have played at Steppers events, and is a stepper. I don't want to say that it's a set. Let's just say it's a party. It's a dance party. We
And
need to get out of that.
and you're saying a mouthful. And people are on the live are saying the same thing. Like it's a party. If it's a should we first of all, y'all call it the ISDC. You don't even say set. Like for us, we call everything a stepping set, right? So I think culturally, set means just stepping, I guess. Now, some of the people that's been dancing way longer than me, please chime in. I don't know if the word set automatically means we're gonna be stepping all night. Or do we need to change it from set to party? Because one of the things that you did that I absolutely loved, which I gotta learn, you guys, you kind of broke the party. Okay, let me say this. First of all, they don't play that Earth, Wind, and Fire thing that we play at the step and set to let everybody know to go sit down because something happened. What's the name of the song? Da, da, da. Y'all know what da, 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 da. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop acting new. You know what I'm talking about. They let everybody know to go sit down because somebody finna come up in the stage and talk. Like we have, it's almost a damn ritual. Excuse me. It's almost a ritual. I'm gonna be honest. Now, so what you guys did though, you literally, the party's still going. You literally got the mic and just said, okay. And y'all did some massive line dance thing that everybody knew. What was the first one you did? Like on, was it Friday or Saturday? You know what I'm talking about. The literally it was like only steppers sitting. I'm going, do we supposed to be up there? I don't know the name. What was the name of it? And that's how
It's Sanka. It's the African one.
Yeah, it felt very African.
Yes, it's a Sanka. Sanka. Yes, it's called Sanka. Yeah, I got them started with that only because everybody knows it, and I love to watch everybody move to it. The other one, if you're in Texas and you know this young man's name by Johnny B, you have to play it because that's an icon in the two-step world, and he shows up to everything. And if Johnny B is not in the building, my party ain't good. So you met Johnny B, and that's an icon. And he shows up and he dances and he stays all night. And he'll go with you. And he's a ladies' man, as we like to say. But the ladies love him. And shout out to him for winning the invitational for two-step with him and Miss Pam.
We're not going to talk about that. Let me tell you why we're not going to talk. When you say invitational, it makes me nervous. Let me say this. First of all, I want to say shout out to Pete Frazier. Pete Frazier has logged in. Pete Frazier is one of our go-to people in Chicago. I mean, he's in Chicago, but it's stepping. Everybody knows Pete Frazier. He's one of the premier promoters. So I am glad that he has joined this live to hear about the ISDC. Maybe he'll be willing to help promote it this year. I would love to have that happen.
Tell Pete Frazier to add me on as a Facebook friend. We need to talk and chop it up because I got a little style and swag.
I don't know if I can promise all that, baby. I'm telling you, a little different. So you're gonna have to go through an application process. I'm kidding.
If I had to, if I got to go through the application process, I got a whole line of people down on this chat line that can vouch for me and refer me, and I don't have no problem with it. I have no problem with speaking my mind.
We just a little different over here. Now let's go back.
Okay, so this is what I want to show you. What happened Friday when I grabbed the mic? I know one thing is at ISDC. That has always been one thing that I will always do. I
Okay.
will bring the pain and take you out of what you step, and I'm gonna make you work. And what you gonna work on is what you remember when you were growing up, or that stuff.
Oh
We're
yeah.
all of age. Um, so what happens is, thank you, J3, but I see it as a way of us getting together. And let's go down that 80s and 90s where you always go to them old school concerts. Well, let's bring it back to when you was doing what you was doing. Because
Yes.
that way it puts everybody in that mindset, okay, I don't
Yes.
have to do this all night long. What you're gonna do is you're gonna party. Tina has allowed me to
Yeah.
take the monotony of
Hmm.
hearing songs. Okay, now let's go. Because sometimes people are even swinging out to some of the songs that we was clowning on.
Right. Right.
So if you realize in the DJ booth, you have different age ranges of people. So when it came time for that, you got an old school connected with IKC who's younger than me, who's on the same wavelength as me, and we went at it. He knows exactly. He didn't bat an eye and said, I don't know what took you so long. So steppers, tea
Ugh.
sippers, everybody in the building, let's just say this.
Yeah.
ISDC, the good, bad, and ugly. The good is it happened.
Amen.
The bad is
It
it's
ended.
gone. It ended.
What I will say also about the DJs though, because a couple of them, J3, I mean, all weekend, J3 and what y'all call him, Crazy Q? I know him
Crazy
as
Q.
Crazy Q. They both shouted me out every single time they saw me if I was up there
Oh,
dancing.
it's not Crazy Q, it's DJ Peloton.
I'm sure that's an insider. I'm not going to repeat that. I'm not. But
He's a bike rider. He rides the
okay,
bike.
I want to make sure. Listen, because you know, a lot of people got Pelotons and they never got on them. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, but throughout the whole weekend, they both made sure to check on me and say, "Hey, is there anything particular you want to see? I mean, hear any of that." So I do appreciate them for doing that. What I do want to go to real quick is this invitational for the steppers. Now, I don't compete. That's not my thing. I've tried it a couple of times. Ain't for me. You know. But I'm at the ISDC. I'm thinking to myself, this might be the one time I actually win something because the steppers ain't really here. They ain't really here. Child, they sent me this email, honey. And I'm going, yeah, sure. I get there. Child, they got that cram. They're like cram up there. Child, you got Taylor. You got Drew. You got Tori. You got Denitra. You got Sarah Teagle. I'm going, and then you got me. I'm going, oh, excuse me. I've been dancing for a little while, but these folks, they dance. Like, okay, I've already said I'm going to do it. Period. Okay. So it was random. So I get an opportunity to dance with Ron Brown. First of all, I had never met Ron Brown and never danced with him, never met him. Sweetest guy ever. He said, no, baby, don't worry about it. I got you. We had an amazing time. We performed. We did our thing. But a lot of people are asking who won. Now, let me first establish this with y'all right now. Had your girl won.
You
Y'all
would
would
have said
know about
something?
it. Oh, boy, I would have done a whole live with my statue. I call it a statue. With my statue going, y'all know I won, right? Y'all, because I would have had an opportunity. Let's say if I would have got first, I would have had an opportunity to say that I beat like Tori or Taylor, you know, a Sarah Teagle. That didn't happen. Let me just first say that. I didn't get nothing. Ma'am, I got it. Would you go over there and sit down, ma'am, and get off the floor? And I didn't do that to me. But,
Okay, so let me do this and shouts out. The winners and the people who placed are
yes.
all on the ISDC website.
Oh, nice.
You
Okay.
you can go on there and look at that. It's on there right now, and even the scores that is on there right now. So let's step into that.
Wait.
You
Y'all post scores? I'm out of
we
here.
post.
I'm out.
Come back. Come back.
Because what that's gonna let me know is how many couples was it? It was like 6 couples. I probably was number 6.
Sit down
Give
somewhere.
it a
Sit down.
chance.
Sit down. Sit down. This your show. Sit down. Sweet. Okay, look. Look at him. Look at here, girl. I'm not gonna do this on your show. Sip your tea, sip your wine, whatever you sipping.
So I got to go look at it and see what score I had.
At least you know. Well, you know what? There won't be a problem of you not knowing what you're scoring. That is the transparency of this competition. That is what you call holding accountability of this competition. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Listen.
So what that does is you have no problem. And then you can even ask the judge of why they gave you that score. So you can go to the judge personally.
You can talk to the judges? I'm out.
Well, you got to come back. Oh, tell Candyman to sit you down. Thank you. So now let's see if we can sum this up. You find out who won. You find out how you scored, how you placed. You find out the score, and you find out what scores they gave you. And not only that, everybody can see your score. You're right. Then on top of that, the judge that judged you, you can go straight to them. And then on top of that, Mike Diesel Davis says if you have a problem with the score, you can not only talk to the judge, but if you need to talk to Mike, he will step in and then clarify the reason. So there is no reason why you cannot get an answer. He said if you can't get an answer from that judge, you can go to the head judge and get that information.
Let's stop right here for a minute. It just dawned on me that I'm unfriending everybody that was in this contest with me on Saturday. Was it Friday? I'm unfriending them all. You know why? You know why I'm unfriending them? You want to know? I'm glad you asked, Kevin.
Because you know what? Look.
Let me tell you why I'm going to unfriend them.
Why?
I just remembered we judged each other.
Yes, on the invitation, you judge each other. Mm-hmm.
Now I want to know, out of my stepping friends, which one of y'all gave me a 5? Which one of y'all? Ooh, wait. Ooh, go ahead and finish the show. I got a whole attitude now. I have a whole attitude with the stepping community now that was there. Okay, I got a whole attitude. And because I didn't win, I'm going to personally blame Drew. You want to know why I want to blame Drew? Because Drew knew I needed help on certain things, and he didn't pull me in the class while he was giving his class this weekend. That's the reason why I lost Drew Alexander Phenom. You knew I needed help, and you know what? He set me up. He didn't want me to win. I'm done now. Go ahead, Kev.
Okay, so see,
That's the part about steppers. We're different. We're wired different. Like we think different.
You know what? And I need you to stop that. 2023, you're not wired differently. There is not a wired differently. Your mindset has not been geared toward the certain things that we have been accustomed to. So you're not wired differently. The mindset may be a little different, but not wired differently. When the mindset changes, then guess what? You see it a little differently. If your mind is open, you have a different view. So my thing is ISDC has transparency, openness, transparency.
I just don't know if we're ready for that transparency.
So let me ask you this. Let me see.
Steppers that's live, looking at the live, are we ready for this amount of transparency in the stepping community relative to contest, because some people may not know, but the majority of the ISDC is competitions. So it's not heavy on we danced, but it's heavier on competitions. Several competitions throughout the weekend. As a stepping community, are we ready for that type of transparency?
Why wouldn't you be?
You know, I've okay, someone says when you see your peers gave you a low score, tell them they owe you a drink to keep the friendship intact.
That's Chris. That's the singlets. Those were the ones that were back there running with me. They run so well. Him and his wife, Jamie and Chris, they are just such a sweethearts. Glad that they're back. They married, twins, and everything else, and they back on join. Yes. I told you it's a big family reunion. Yes, sir. I wasn't invited to their wedding either, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Y'all got stuff too in your community. Listen, J.R. Russell says if the judges are consistent and respected.
So let me go right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Let's go right there. Any judge that is up there, Tina makes sure that they are respected and consistent. There is not a judge that will give you any bias. And then on top of that, the head judge, who is Mike Davis, will not play that inconsistent bias type of thing. We're not playing with this. ISDC is run like a team. We're not playing, and we don't judge on feelings. We're judging on your performance, on what you're doing. It ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing. That is so double negative. I went out of my character, went back to my hood. It has nothing to do with that. It's based on what you do on that floor, what we're looking for. And then if you ask beforehand what they're looking for when you're in a type of competition, they'll tell you. We'll explain it to you. It's in the ISDC. Tina will have that laid out in the ISDC. If you're asking that question, what do they look for in certain things? So my thing is, if you're judged, that means the next year you go back into the lab and work harder.
I hear you, and I hear you. I just don't know how, because again, I want the steppers to come this year for 2023. I want the steppers to get into this contest. Okay. I think you guys had an invitational and you also had a regular stepping contest section, right?
Yes, we did.
All right. Now, let me make sure I get this correct, because again, the terms that you guys were using is not something I'm familiar with. Now, people online, maybe invitational is the same as Jack and Jill.
No,
that's not. Okay.
No, it's not. Invitational, you are invited to participate. This is the top notch. This is more like those people that we know gonna bring the pain.
Okay.
Jack and Jill is more those people that are new to it, or have been doing it for a couple of years and are able to get in it. And you're going to dance with different people with Jack and Jill. That's how you pull the, dance with, you pull the numbers and you turn around and do that.
Okay.
So yeah, grab bag. You're going to
grab it. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to, okay. Now,
but invitational, she's going to say, I want you in the invitational. If you noticed, in all the invitationals, these were not, I'm not going to say, they were borderline pros, teachers, instructors, champion dancers going against each other. The best of the best going against each other. That's invitational. So that's where you get invitational. That's where you know that when you get invited to the invitational, oh yeah, Jack and Jill, Strictly's, those type.
Okay.
For those people that are in class and have been doing it, want to perform or compete, to know where they are. The best of the best are going to each other. That's like the lions going, this you going against it. You finna battle.
Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Regarding that. Again, I have to do the parallel.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I'm doing a parallel because I'm trying to, not only for myself, but for the stepping community that are not familiar with this, to get a better understanding as to what this is. I'm still getting cool. What was that? Okay. One thing that I did notice during the contest, everybody supported everybody. I don't care whether they miss hands, miss signal, baby. Everybody up here doing that thing. My heart was warm to that. The reason why I'm making the parallel is because a lot of times in our community, it's about crowd favorites, or I'll just say crowd favorites. We have something that we call in our community heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all have that or not. Do y'all have heavy hitters?
All of them are heavy hitters as far as I'm concerned, because I this is what I say, and personal experience. A lot of people that have been there have competed every year. They come back. They're finna come compete. They compete with different partners, and you see them, and they don't have a problem with competing. They may not win. They place first, second, third, but they place some kind of way. Sometimes they don't, but they just love doing it. But heavy hitters, we have them. I can name names in every category and miss some heavy hitter names. I can, male and female. And I'm going to give you one name in particular. That young lady by the name Latisa B. Heavy hitter. She was a lead. You see what I'm saying? April Jackson.
You say lead,
she was a lead.
Like we got lead followers. She was leading someone.
Yeah, lead followers. She was a lead.
I want to make sure the same thing. Go ahead.
Okay. She won.
She was the one that switched she was with a guy though, but she led him.
No, that was LaJerica. Okay, now let's shout out to LaJerica and Avery Tate out of Louisiana. Until you realize what was happening,
yes,
that was a first. That was a first. Very much of a first. Well, she ended up being the lead, and she held him in leans and dips. Well, leans, more to say. That's LaJerica Wilson, Avery Tate, her teacher, her instructor. They're out of Louisiana. Flow Motion. They came through Flow Motion. Now they're Rhythm Nation. But hey, it happens.
I guess I'm at a point where, let's go back to the contest real quick. Just a judging piece. Do you know how the judges are chosen? Or are they just kind of, because they've been are they more than likely they're winners previously, or they're instructors, or kind of do you know any of the protocol in which the judges are chosen?
Tina has a criteria that I really have not dug into. For the most part, that I know that the judges are well known, well respected in the community, and they're well respected in their dance genres, and they're able to do more than one genre as far as judging is concerned. I know the steppers, I've seen some of the conversation here where they're looking at who is judging the stepping. Well, thank you, Chris, have been competitors, teachers in their own style for long periods of time, as I was saying. But in stepping, as you bring the steppers in, we have more steppers that will judge those competitions.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
that's what we've been trying to get steppers to come, because see, as more heavy hitters from the stepping genre comes through, then you can't say, well, I was judged by somebody that don't step.
That I'm glad you said it, because
You
that was,
cannot say, as more of you come, Tina's going to say, well, I need you to judge, or Mike's going to look at you and say, okay, you capable of judging without the bias. And then you're looking at heavy hitters, or these people that are stepping, whether it be Jack and Jill, Strictly, whichever one. We want more steppers to come, whether it be beginners, intermediate, advanced, heavy hitters. We have more of you come. Guess what? You're going to be judged by your peers. And that's what happens at ISDC. You're judged by your peers, but they're also instructors, championship dancers who have been doing it for a long time and can pinpoint the basics to what they're looking for, the judges, and they also have a competitors meeting to let you know what they're looking for. So if they have any questions, Mike is there to let you know what they're looking for in your competition.
that would be the other part. Again, we're working very hard to make sure the steppers embrace this. We've addressed the music, which is something that, and John Seegers made a good point. He said we beef about the music in our own community, so we're gonna beef about it in somebody else. Not that it's two different communities. I get
But
it.
you know what? And I'm gonna tell you like this, and I gotta give I give shouts out and I give due to those that are due. John Seegers is the reason why I am at ISDC.
Yeah.
John Seegers and I did a club for a number of years, and he introduced me to Tina. And it was a beautiful experience. I looked at her and it's like, okay, it's just another young lady. But getting to know her after the first fiasco that we don't like to mention, as we say, I became like her little brother, and she took me under her wings and she guided me through this point. But I had to shout that out. Your peers that come through and stepping, if you come, we've been trying to get you to come for the longest. Steppers, who are steppers? I know you've been stepperganza. I know we've been through all of that. We changed the date for you. Change the date. A lot of people may not have liked the fact that we changed the date, but this is a grown folks party now. Also, let me shout this out: ISDC kids. If you bring your kids,
Yes.
you can along, so your kids will not be without dancing. We want to bring the generations, because I learned how to dance. I watched Soul Train. So, those things, now that I am doing more of the swing out, I'm affiliated with two step, affiliated with the stepping. I know them. I see the growth. We want to bring the younger generations through that. It's a family friendly thing. I do want to apologize for any obscenities that I may have said in my being myself.
You
I
did
want to
okay.
apologize. I tried. J3 always likes to check me on my verbiage. I learned that word today. Thank you, Encyclopedia, for verbiage. But
Yeah.
it's family friendly. Dr. Iris Lancaster Lawson, Dr. Bam, as I like to call her, and Keita, the lady that made these you see my sweaters that she
Nice.
with my,
T-Lady on right across one of them. I ain't get one though. Maybe
okay, so then there's also shouts out to my boy, my angel, my DJ Angel Snoop. Gotta always shout him out. Forever will. But they take care of the kids, and the instructors go in there. They teach them line dances. They teach them the instructors that come from these other workshops go and teach the kids.
I love that part of ISDC. I was briefed on it very briefly with Tina, and she was like, "That's a huge part of the event, that she has to give back to those babies." And I want to say this too. Tina was expressing to me that she's in the process of kind of rebranding and rebuilding after the pandemic as well. So she wants to see those numbers. She's willing to do several things to make sure that the steppers and I don't want to just keep emphasizing the steppers, but everybody else is there. We seem like we the only one.
Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. This
Yeah.
is your show. You're a steppers, and your T with the steppers. You're coming into our world, so you're bringing those two together. And what you're doing is you're informing them on what's this side. As we are watching you all, we just sitting back, we chilling, watching you all do your thing. We see you have several events, just like we have several events. We come to some of those. You come to some of ours. Some of you may not. That's fine. It's your choice. You have a choice to go wherever you want to go.
Right.
I find it very funny that we have a lot of people that step in Houston that don't even show up to a place where you can show off your skills and possibly take home some money. So I have a problem with all these steppers that won't even step in their own hometown to show support to a lady that opened her arms up to give you a venue to have that type of fun. But if you miss it, it's nobody's fault but your own.
That's real talk. Steppers, y'all missed a good party. We really
If you miss it, and I don't want to be biased because I'm not. All I want you to do is open your heart, your mind. And you're right, Chris. 2 of the Steppers contest was sponsored, so you didn't even have to put in for the money.
And that's unheard of in our community. Like, like somebody said, you know what? Because we want the Steppers to come, we're going to pay the bag. We're going to pay the prize money. They ain't got to do nothing to get in the contest. Just get up there and win this free money. Now, we don't want to keep talking about this part because I ain't placed. I ain't getting none of the money. Matter of fact.
But you know what? I want to also say something. I'm not going to entertain it, but you did good. But I'm going to tell you like this. It takes a lot for you to get to, number one, to get to a class, to commit yourself to learn. That's number one. Number two, it takes a lot of commitment for you to even want to compete. Because for that minute and 30 seconds, all of what you learned in a year is based, it comes to that minute and 30 seconds for you to do what you learned. Now, like I say, we cater, we accommodate. Whatever you want to do, we got you. You want to walk? You can walk. You want to step?
He said,
you can step.
I'll play some walking music. Now, I'm going to be honest, J3, while we were there, the steppers that were there, we would want some walking music, right? But then it was like, can they really get away with walking music right now? Because these people, I don't know what the BPMs. Okay, answer this question. J3, can you tell us what the typical BPM is for ISDC? Like, is there like a medium? Like, is it 108?
Wait. We've had this conversation. There is, if we would go musicality, we would be all night and all day talking about BPMs for different genres, different songs. He has a typical one. Him and Tina have talked about what's a typical BPM. And you're right. It's a loaded question because I found out this weekend talking to one of those Lindy Hoppers. They go 308 BPM.
Child, if we went some 308.
So
yeah.
So I want you to realize now, I'm gonna tell you who he was. He was that young guy that when I played that song, he just ran in circles like he was doing the praise circle.
With the little thingies.
Yeah. I talked to him. We had a very in-depth conversation. And he says, man, I just love it. I said, you just took off running. He said, the energy, and I gotta do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you. See, I was gonna say T lady. I was going to call you by your government name, but I stopped. I will almost come and say, I realized something at this place. This is a place where people release. And I found out
Yes.
anything that you had a problem with, how music and this dance has saved a lot of people from a lot of mental things. And
Yes. Preach.
when you get in there, for
Yes.
me,
Yes.
I will stop. I don't like to do anything else when I have to do ISDC, unless it's just very important to me and a family member. I don't like to leave because I feel like I'm gonna miss something. But for some people, a lot of people, it is a place where you can release
Yes.
whatever had been built up in you for so long. It's a mental therapy session
Yes.
for a weekend. Your heart has
Yes.
been warmed. You cry tears of joy because you did something you didn't think you could do. You laugh at me and my shenanigans, and I take you away from
Yeah.
what you've been thinking, and I'll make you laugh at yourself.
It's ironic you would say that, Sean Valentine's. And guys, thank you so much for the stars. You guys are sending stars and gifts. Oh my God. Thank y'all. Stop it. No, keep going. But stop. You know what I mean? But thank you for the gifts and stars. Thank you. Sean Valentine came and sat beside me during the weekend, and he said, "You know what, T lady, one of the things I really, many things I love about this event, but one of the things that I love about this event is that I don't have to dance the entire weekend. I can have a good conversation. It just, it's the pressure of, like, our men in the stepping community, and I noticed it, it's outweighed. I mean, you're gonna have more women than men, typically, right? The men get so worn out that they escape. They go up to their room, they just escape. They like, I'm tired or whatever. Because this event is so not heavy on one side, it's not all stepping, it's not all swing out, it's so many different dance genres that it gives the men, and I'm just talk to the men directly, an opportunity to rest and literally get into a conversation with someone that they maybe never even had an opportunity to talk to, because they're not having to dance all night long like it is typically in a stepping arena. And when Sean said it to me, I just looked at him, and he was sitting back like this. He was like, I love this place. It was like a release for him. So when you said that, point well taken, because he literally just sat back and was like, I love coming here. The people are so nice. They treat me so well. And it didn't matter whether you consider yourself a heavy hitter or not. It just was all over the place. It wasn't directed one way. And I appreciated that. I almost didn't want as many people to know who I was that did, because I felt like it was a little bit of a restart for me. Like, and I think you and I have spoken about this. The last 6 months, I felt like I needed to restart, and I didn't know what that restart was. Like, what is it? Something is off. And I even had people to notice, like, Tika, you seem a little. I just called myself by the government name. T lady, you seem a little different. Literally, the last 6 months, I've been off. Like my center has been off. I'm going to give this credit to you guys, ISDC. You guys have helped me in finding that center. Let me tell you what helped me. The love, the music, the words of encouragement, the all of that. The women that just would stop and say, you know what, Queen, you're beautiful. And I'm going, oh my God, you're beautiful. Just that. It felt raw. It didn't feel pretentious, like a lot of times it can feel in our community, right? It can feel very, cliquish. Now, I'm sure y'all got cliques. That's just a part of social and community, that type of thing. But it didn't feel so heavy. And I appreciated that. Your mic work was stellar.
I thank you. I I get teary eyed because I didn't want to do it, and that's just a testimony. Um, I didn't want to do it because when Tina called me, she asked me. She said, "I got a question." I'm like, "What do you want?" I'm getting ready to get ready. My mindset gets ready for ISDC in July. What are we wearing? Because she's already put out what the theme is. I'm trying to get my body ready, this, that, and the other. But when she told it to me, she took me for a loop. But she says, somebody has to see it in you before you see it in yourself. So I want to thank her, and I want to thank everybody in the dance community that's allowed me to perfect the craft of being what I am. It's allowed me to go to North Carolina, trap and swing, to Dallas, to Black and Bling, to Dominique, to all these people. It helps to meet you, to meet people like this, to have a family and a community, to do what we do. I will forever be ISDC. I will not, my loyalty is to the vision that she created, and I will cultivate it as much as I can until God calls me home. So I love it. I want to also do this. You know what? We've been doing all this talking, and we ain't talking about performances.
Wait a minute, hold on. Right, I know. I already know where you're getting ready to go. I know where you're getting ready to go. At least I think I do.
The performances.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Because I'm talking about because Herschel is still bothering you.
You know what? Okay, let me do this first. Herschel, King Gutter, whatever he is, fake Crocodile Dundee with the sequin ball, he won best dressed, whatever. But he had to get it from somewhere. But anyway, as I go on to the performances.
Wait a minute, let's not go past that so quickly. You got to get a man props. He was sharp. He was sharp in a different way. He
was sharp. He has his own way of doing things, and I love him for it. But stop coming for me. I am not. Thank you, Iris. Appreciate you. I'm not the one to come for. I really am trying to we went for the challenge. Okay, let him say he won, whatever. But anyway, and I want to shout out to him and Tiffany for doing the live.
Yes.
We want to thank them for doing the live stream of everything that was at ISDC. That takes a lot of work. Shouts out to them. Purple Steppers Charlotte. We'll see them in September, Labor Day weekend. If you're not even signed up, they got it going on. Charlotte, Labor Day weekend. That's where I met the tea lady. You need to come through. It's a beautiful atmosphere. It's ISDC like-ish.
And it has a stepping competition as well.
It does. We are accommodating you steppers, and you steppers are sitting back. Yeah. And you are sitting back like, oh, you did that for me. No, we did it so that you can join the community. We're looking at you saying, come home. Come home. Just stop acting like you're so far away. You're in the suburbs. Come home.
Yeah.
You didn't win overseas. You didn't had your fun. Come home and show us what you got.
Yeah. And steppers, seriously, they really want to see what we have. And I really, really want to encourage my steppers to be on the lookout for the information that comes out for both, for the Charlotte and for the ISDC for this year.
Not only that, Black and Bling as well.
Oh, because we're going to add swing to that.
They added the swing, and we have a soiree, as we call it, the soiree. J3 calls it the soiree, already sold out in that room. But it's all three. It's everything in Dallas. And we have many things to include you all. So I hope at Black and Bling we start getting together and, going and visiting each other and watching and enjoying, because that's what it's all about. Because guess what? It's all about unity in the community.
Unity in the community, yes.
We need to start doing it and stop looking at it, because if you got songs, we got DJs that can play it.
Yes.
You stop worrying about the music, bring the music with you. You can find out who the DJs are and shoot them all the music that you want. I don't want to just talk about steppers. I want to talk about ISDC as a whole. Everybody that competed, everybody that came through, everybody that won, everybody that enjoyed themselves. And I told them that Thursday night, if you didn't leave there with your feet hurting, something was wrong. I think by the time I left, it took me a couple of days to recover. I'm so glad it was Monday that I had off because it took me forever to recover.
Real talk.
But
Seriously.
Marcus Trend, the young lady that I don't want to destroy her name. Oh my God, I don't want to destroy her name, from Croatia. Hold on. I'm gonna laugh because April legs. When she said her toenails hurt, she said her
Yeah,
toenails was hurt. She
her
was
toenails
walking
to
and
her hairline. Her toenails to her hairline. That's what somebody just said.
some people don't even remember what they were doing because they were just walking and they kept being zombies until they walked in the dance and they were just like, I don't have anything left, but I got to keep going. And then they danced. Tina was almost asleep in the lounge, just sitting at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I told them y'all ain't finna kill me. That J3 kept talking about, what, you ain't coming down to the party? Why you ain't at the party? I'm not gonna let y'all kill me. No. Listen, steppers, if y'all want to go to an event that is light in terms of feeling, it feels good. It literally feels like a family reunion. You're going to meet new people, different people that are embracing you. You're going to see dance styles that you probably have never seen live. Now, you've probably seen it on YouTube or whatever, but live. Let's talk about Trend and Marcus.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So if you guys have seen the feeds, Trend is the one that has the mohawk, short, petite, and the guy Trent. They listen.
Marcus is the
first of all,
and
he can sing,
and he performed his songs at Isdc for the first time.
Crazy. Their dance is just now. What was that dance style? What is that
Hand
style?
dance. That's hand dance. And I got to give shouts out to Lawrence Bradford. May he rest in power, rest in peace.
Yes.
We was fortunate enough to see him last year in North Carolina.
Yes.
And I want to send shouts out to him and his family. Yes. But him, as he rests in power, rest in peace, he was our original head judge. So I want to shout out to him, but he was the one that taught Marcus.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He allowed Marcus to become what he is now.
Wow.
So, like I say, when you see things, you connect them. You got mothers and daughters in the same building at the same time. Mama Brenda Matthews and April, mother and daughter. You got Letisa and her daughter, Letisa and Jasmine, in the building at the same time dancing.
Taylor and her mom were there, and they're steppers, right? But well, first of all, let's first establish this. Taylor does several dances, so does Drew. So I mean, but Taylor had her mom there as well. So I saw a lot of that.
Miss Taylor's mom is funny to me. She just gave me the.
She is hilarious. So, and I've seen her several times, but this weekend was the first time I've actually had an opportunity to really sit down and have a conversation with this queen. And I will never forget it, ever forget. It was the best conversation ever. So thank you.
Oh, and I'm gonna show you what else. And see, you learn so much. Did you know that Trend's first dance was swing out?
Really? Now, here's the thing. Now, this is me all weekend. So when I see somebody dancing that gets my attention, this is me. So what dance is this? I did that the whole weekend. Like, I don't know, like, the difference between hand dance and swing. Okay. So let's just put him on the spot. What is it that John Seegers does? What is his dance? Is that swing out?
He swings out, but he also Chicago steps. He also can two-step.
I ain't got time.
Okay, so watch this. Watch this. Drew, when he started, he was doing stepping, but he also ballrooms. But when he competed one year, he competed in swing out. Jay, first dance, actually, what people don't know, Jay Owen's first dance is actually Zydeco.
I can't.
So he does two-step. And in North Carolina, he swung out in a competition for the first time this year.
I
Swing
can't.
out.
I can't. I just can't. I got two dances. That's I got three. That's stepping that I kind of do a little bit. I got bankhead bounce and I got twerking. And y'all didn't have a competition for any of those other two. Now I think I probably could have won the twerking contest, but y'all didn't have that.
Wait, don't start. No, don't start. Oh, and I forgot. Thank you, John. Shirley Duncan, who was also one of Lawrence Bradford's partners. She was there as well. It's a lot of people in Houston that know, as you see the feed is coming through, a lot of people in Houston have learned several dances because guess what? Through ISDC, you've learned some things, you've met some people, and you want to learn what they do, and you're captivated by it. And the Zydeco going to be another step that we're going to take to that next level because and the twerk thing, I'm glad you didn't because, oh boy, we've had a couple of contests with that as well. There was a young man that would he's a young man by the name of Peter. He's up, I can't remember his last name, but we have videos out the wazoos of me clowning with people that you learn that they have another talent that you didn't know that they had.
Can we bring that for 23? Tina, are you on here, girl?
For what? Which one? Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no. I am not going to facilitate a competition of twerking. Because, see, Peter Strong, thank you, John. I am not, because, see, Johnny B is going to be on the front row trying to judge and take his picture at the same time.
She said it's at 3:00. I think that's what Tina's saying. I think listen, y'all. I think we almost there. Tina, which is the promoter of the ISDC, she just put a comment on here says yes. 3 a.m. Now, I am assuming that comment is for the twerk contest. Now she's already said you can't take it back.
I'm not. Okay, look. I would not. Okay, so so let me ask you this.
You have Casper of Casper Slide.
Okay, so Iris would win hands down. Iris Lancaster Lawson would win hands down. I taught her everything she know. I taught her everything she know. She knows.
Come on. They've already said 3 a.m. It's a twerking contest. ISDC and they pull a flyer together. It's on and popping now. Man, we got to put some rules.
No, wait, but she got some old weird type of, you can twerk at 3 a.m., but you got to go to worship service at 10 a.m. Baby.
It's something about that ain't quite. Let's talk about the word. I thought that was nice touch. Sunday morning.
Do you understand that you let me say something about this year's ISDC?
Oh my gosh.
This was the first time they actually did. No, last year they did something of this nature, but they had this worship service at this point in time. So not let you forget your roots and your
Amen.
Spirituality.
Yes.
Whatever you are, whatever level of spirituality you on, you got a taste of it. There. And it was a nice long, it was just straight praise and worship. And
it was beautiful.
And when you think about what you've been through, and I can attest that at New Year's night, when it moved over to 12, when it went over to New Year's Day to 2023, I saw some pain being released.
Oh, you better preach this. Don't make me cry.
I had to because some people had to think about
Yes.
365 days, and I came through. And when I came through, I'm on this side, and some things happened last year that I didn't expect to make it through.
Oh, hush.
And I'm here at a
Mm,
function. You had to step outside. Some
mm,
people walked in with it,
mm.
but when they left lighter. As the mighty clouds of joy say, heavy load. I got rid of my heavy load.
Oh,
So I'm glad that I was able to
mm,
experience
mm, mm, mm,
the
mm.
transition from one year to the next, but I was also grateful that millions didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did.
Stop it.
If you know where ISDC, some people
Mm, 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 mm.
from last year that was on the video that didn't make it to this year. You went through a lot of things. ISDC is just a gumbo of a whole lot of emotions, feelings that you can only imagine. Some people were sick.
Yeah.
Some people had a lot of things on their mind, but they made it to ISDC. And if you need a release, I promise you, right there, and you can find somebody to lean on that will take you to the side and lean on and leave it right where you sat. That problem and that issue. ISDC is not just a dance competition, it's a therapy session. It's a get to know somebody session. It's a family reunion. It's a whole bunch of things. You can also say it's to fix some broken relationships. Did she leave me? I can't have you leave. I can't say, oh, where'd you go? Well, y'all,
I
thank you.
had to.
Come back now. You left me. I'm sitting up here and looked up. She done left me. Let me tell you something. I'm thankful and grateful for everybody that came through ISDC. I've learned to love a little differently because of ISDC. I've learned to accept things that I was wrong in at ISDC. Even in dance, if I was doing something wrong, I was corrected in love.
Yeah.
So, steppers, if you see the emotion on T Lady's face, she got love from some people she never knew, loved, and watched her. She
Oh,
was
God.
accepted in a place where she didn't know that she was known. T Lady was taken care of in this place. So when you see all of these comments are nothing but love, come get some of this. Come get some of this love and this openness and this acceptance. We don't want to ostracize you. Hey, that's another word I learned outside of the word that I learned this morning.
Verbiage.
Verbiage, ostracize. I was ready. It's a great feeling to leave when Tina couldn't even find a car. She walked out of there. She was looking for a car. She was so tired. But when the lady, hold on, let me say this. Tina Morales Armstrong, Karen Gooden, and Damon Carter have formed a team to bring a vision that some people say I will never miss. And some people I can tell you I've seen every year.
Yeah.
Every year. I can name a lot of them because with me, they grew with me. We've nurtured, we've cultivated, we grew. If anybody saw the picture of Jay, John, myself, and Walter, that just shows you how far we've come. That was in 2010, and now it's 2022. And we're still here and still doing this thing.
Let me stop you. I don't think I don't think you know. I don't think Tina knows. I don't think Damon knows how important this past weekend was for me. And to be treated the way that I was treated, which was, I can't even put in words. It literally, have you ever been in a time in your life where you feel like literally there was a shift? And that's what I felt while I was there. It was a shift. I for whatever reason, during the course of my time there, when I had an opportunity to kind of break away, it was like this emotion. I just wanted to sleep. And I was wondering, like, why am I sleep? And I was sleeping because we did a lot, but it was something with the resting. I needed to rest. And I needed to rest, separate. I missed my husband, don't get me wrong. I never, since I've been married, I've never come into a new year without being with my family, right? So to be here and not with my family, and to still not feel that I was alone, was huge to me. And I want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, thank you for trusting the brand, because you don't know me like that. I keep saying y'all don't know me like that, but you know, I've never been over in this arena. So to embrace me and to show so much love, not knowing what I was personally dealing with, meant a lot. Sometimes people think, and I don't want to preach, I know people like passing the collection plate, and hopefully this can bless somebody else. Sometimes people think it is it must be because I'm different. Let me just go and put that out. I'm a little different than I used to be.
You're unique. You're uniquely made.
I like that. I like that.
Stop saying you're different. We need to stop speaking those things that are not. We need to start speaking the positive. You're unique and uniquely made. You're an original. Pussy. You're loved because of who you are. You're loved because of who you are. A lot of people were sipping tea of positivity. A lot of people were putting into your tea, because when you pour out, a lot of times you're empty. And people don't know how empty you are, because everybody says this, and I don't like the words, I'm good.
Yeah.
So you good to the naked eye, but when you don't have anything left, nobody pours back into you. But people poured into you to let you know that your purpose is being fulfilled, and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do at the right time, at the right place. And if you look at all of the things that are being said about this conversation, this recap, is nothing but love. Steppers, we have nothing but love for the community. We want you to show up. This lady's over here crying tears of joy. It's a release.
Yes.
I saw so many people talking. They were tired, but they were talking up all night long, just having late night conversations.
Yes.
Because you don't get to do this. Facebook can only let you talk so much, but when you got them in person,
yes,
that's more like I can now talk to them and have a great conversation. We had people from all over the world coming together and just talking. We had breakfast together, New Year's Day. That morning, you were fed every day at
It was
12 o'clock. We went
it felt
from,
like the fellowship hall.
yeah, we went to the fellowship hall after anniversary service. After pastor's anniversary. We're gonna
Yes.
be serving a chicken in the fellowship hall. Everybody proceed, the benediction. You ain't gotta go, but you gotta get up
Period.
out of here.
Period.
Let me tell
It
you.
was. I just, and I'm sorry to get emotional. I know you don't supposed to apologize for emotion. Emotion is what it is.
So wait,
Um,
hold on. Wait, hold on. Ain't
okay,
this your show? Ain't this your show?
it is, but
No, wait. I have the second question. The last show you told me to be me.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So how are you gonna not show tears of joy
No.
on your show about a place that you went that opened their arms? You even getting this love so much. I'm seeing a whole lot of faces of people that I saw that were there that are showing you love and showing love on this, and it was staying with us. Show
Yeah,
your emotions.
yeah,
Tina, right now, let me tell you something. Every year I watch Tina, the smile that she has,
yes,
she worries. She wants this to be all that because she puts her all into it. For the first time in a long time, I actually saw her just smile out of just not being tired,
yeah,
but being happy.
yes.
They have natural smiles. Her and Damon, I don't think they ever frown. But but I know Tina personally. I've been dealing with her for over 12 years. She always has this look of anxiety, smiles to not let people know that something's going on with her. But this year, she got that look of just, I'm happy.
I'm okay. Yeah,
I'm good. It's gonna get better. Every year I tell her the same thing, smile. Smile, damn it. So I tell her that because I told her I'm friends, and you tell me to connect with the people I know I need to connect with. She sits back. She got everything covered. Her husband takes care of her. Tony sits back in the cut. I love him because he takes care of her. Make sure she good. Her sister, who does the cooking for the staff,
yes.
takes care
Beautiful.
of her and all the needs. Her best friend, who we had shout out for their 9th wedding anniversary. Remember we had that conversation.
That whole conversation. That's a whole nother. Oh God.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
Thank everybody for tuning in to her show. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your show. I'm honored. I'm very honored to have met you. John has put me in places to where I didn't think I could ever be. I didn't realize where I was going to be 2 years, 3 years ago, but now to be on a show like this magnitude,
Thank you.
to let somebody to be used in the purpose that I was already meant. Didn't even realize that I was at this point. But I thank you for allowing us to be vulnerable at this moment. The good and the bad, the ugly about ISDC, we just saw it. You had the good time, your feet is in bad positions, and the cries was ugly, but it was all, it was all. And I want to send a shout out to a young man that was sitting in the back. His name was Carlos. He sat in the back. He colored most of the night.
Mm.
I took a picture with him because he means something to me. Every time I saw him after that, he hugged me. He said, I'll see you later. Few words. He didn't bother nobody. He sat in the back. When you touch somebody like that, you've done something. Walter McDonald's son, Stone Cold's son, was dancing. He was dancing with adults, children. He didn't care. He just wanted to dance. He's like his father. We touch every spectrum of the emotion and the dance, from the youngest to the oldest. We touch them. That's what ISDC is all about.
I yeah.
I couldn't even post my pictures because I was so touched by all of the pictures that I saw already.
Yeah.
And I can remember them taking them. I'm kind of mad that I wasn't in them, but I knew I was there. You
Yes.
felt like every picture you saw, I wasn't in that. So if they were to do a photo album of ISDC, it would probably have 7 or 8 volumes of pictures.
Yeah.
So T Lady, just get ready for 2023 for your show to blow up further than what it already has. Because now you got another part of the community that's accepted you with open arms. You got a stamp of approval. You're going to get a stamp. You've already got the stamp of approval. So, steppers, we didn't take her from you. We just added to her. Why don't you all come meet with us, dance with us, dine with us, do all of that you need to do, because we just having fun.
Yeah.
We just having fun. That's all we doing. So if you now can see what the comments are saying, you need more information, see us at the next. Hey, I know most of us are going to be at Black and Bling. Let's see what we can do when we can get together there. Let's have a recap of Black and Bling.
Yeah.
Let's have a recap at Purple Steppers. I know she's going to be there.
Y'all make me sick.
Look at what Tina's doing. If you don't, and I heard this from Marcus. Marcus Smith said he is forever loyal to Tina. I can stand on that and say I'm forever loyal to not only Tina, but ISDC and everything that it stands for. So, steppers, how about dancers that love T Lady? If she's giving the stamp of approval, I don't know what's stopping you now, because we'll be sending out ISDC pretty soon, early bird special. I know that's coming up. That's coming up soon. Jump on it. I promise you, from the time you get there, you will have a way there and back. We will take care of you. You need something to eat? T Lady, that dude Herschel is still on here. I was trying not to talk about him. But if you need Whataburger, we'll go get Whataburger for him.
Y'all a mess. I do want to say again, thank you so much for embracing me, and God has a I don't say a funny way, but he has a way to bring things full circle. And I appreciate him for this moment, because I feel like it's a moment. The last weekend was a moment. This is a moment. All the love that I'm getting online, I don't even know. I can't even. It's hard for me to verbalize, and I'm a person that talks, and I can't.
Well, you found the right person to do it to back you up.
I'm sorry. I have literally stopped moving my mouth at this point. I'm like, well. It's somebody said divine timing, and there's nothing like God's timing. And I'm looking forward to 2023. I don't know what God is going to do this year, but I'm looking forward to big things. I know one thing, my mom, and I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit off, but I just got to say this. My mom had said something to me. I've been doing this show now for 6 years, and I've had an opportunity to pretty much talk to pretty much anybody in the stepping community that I wanted to talk to. I've spoken with celebrities. I've done all that stuff. And there becomes a time when you have to figure out what next. And literally 3 months ago, I was like, you know what? I think I need to not do this anymore. Let me shift over. And I think I had this conversation with you. You kind of been a counselor a little bit. Shift over to something different, something new. I don't want to do this anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I think more importantly, the reason why I felt that way, and I know this show has taken a totally different shift, but it's sitting on my heart to say it, so I got to say it. Mental illness is big. It's not something, especially in our community, we tend to kind of overlook it like, oh, girl, you'll be all right. So people can stop trying to figure out what's been happening. I'm just going to say it. I've been dealing with some mental illness issues. Not that I'm, I ain't got to explain it. I'm just going to say that right there. And because of it, it's silenced me. So I want to apologize to people that I haven't spoken to in a while. People have been calling, texting, and I've just not been responding because I'm dealing with me. Kev, Tina, Damon, the people there had no idea that I was walking into or landed in Houston with a load, still feeling a load, not knowing exactly how I'm going to get through this weekend. Because in this thing called social media, in a media personality, you're expected to be on all the time. On. You got to be on. If you're out in public, you got to be on. You got to have a smile. You got to have, you got to be on. And the last 3-4 months, I haven't been on. I'm not on. I don't even know if I want to get out of this bed. I don't know if I want to call and cuss a random person out. I don't know what I need to do in this moment. Kevin has made it a point, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, to check on me every single day. I just met this man in August, but it was something about his spirit that pulled me to open up some, which is not something I do. I don't open up. That's not me. Because I don't know what you're going to do with it. If I tell you this, what are you going to do? You're going to try to use it against me? What are you going to do? He never came from that position. It was always, you can call me any time. Who can agree to this? Sometimes when you're dealing with something, it's not easy to talk to people that you know. Because immediately, and don't get me wrong, this is no slight on my husband. He's a wonderful man. He's here it's not that. It was like God sent somebody that really didn't know me. I don't know your backstory. Girl, I just saw you in August. I don't know nothing about you. I don't know about that. Just tell me what you need me to do. Do you need me to pray for you? Do you need me to check on you every morning? What do you need me to do? I said, Kevin, I don't know what you need to do. He said, okay. When I tell y'all, every single day, this man checked on me. How are you doing? I can't tell you the last time I was asked, how am I doing? Because I'm so used to having to. Let me say this to you. Check on your strong friends. Check on the ones that seem to always have it together. Do that. A lot of people felt that I didn't know why I cut off all my hair. I didn't know why I cut off all my hair. Candyman is still trying to figure out why did I cut off all my hair. He literally went to work one day and he came home and I was literally sitting on the sofa bald. I literally got his razor and just literally, his clippers, and literally cut off all of my hair in tears. Trying to figure out, why was I so off? What is this? Why am I so off? God, I feel like God sent you to me, Kevin, to be that backbone outside of everybody that knows me. And I appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you. Just know that, of course, that's one of the things that as a community we don't discuss. We don't discuss it because I'm good is always those two words to keep people out of your business. But I remember when I was low. I remember when I felt like I was by myself. Music was my out, but I needed more. And one morning, I don't like to talk about the fact that there has been so many things that I've done that have caused hurt on other people. But one morning I said, Lord, deliver me, because all I seem to do is hurt me. That song rang on me one morning to the point I had to pull over. So I told myself that as long as I'm living, if it's people that I care about, I'm going to be a sounding board, not a tell-all, but a sounding board to say, hey, it's okay to not be okay, but we're not going to stay that way, because guess what? Your survival rate, I don't know if you know, is 1,000%. Your survival rate, you survived worse things. Oh. But you forget what you survived because it seems like it keeps happening over and over and over. So dance, DJing, emceeing, being around people. Sometimes I really don't think like me, but I forgot that I don't even care because I love me.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that little 3-year-old who was born, my grandbaby,
Yeah.
when you know that I smile, because people don't realize I don't really smile until I'm really in that element.
Yeah.
But I found a reason.
Yeah.
So I told myself that I was going to help and I was going to stand in the gap for those people that don't want to say I'm not okay. Because a lot of times people don't listen. And I'm tired of people going through stuff and they find something else. Don't nobody hold them just to say you okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to hug you and say, just because we had a falling out, some enemy is still saying to hug you.
Yeah.
Because guess what? He's bigger than whatever issue we may have. And I need to deposit that on you.
Yeah.
So that's why you see me when I'm around there, I'm smiling. Because I didn't have to be where I am. I ain't been the best person in the world, but he kept me to be something for somebody else that may need just a small hello.
Yeah.
So at that point when Isdc came, all the hell I done raised and the stuff I done been through, it all seemed to just flush out.
Yeah.
Once I stepped in there, it's a lot. People, we need to embrace
Yeah.
each other. Because like I said, the young man that was there last year that did the centipede on the floor passed away.
Oh, wow.
He was killed
Oh,
in an
gosh.
accident. One of the MCs, the young lady, she had a heart attack and died.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She was young. I don't take for granted what I'm blessed and destined to do. I reach out because I remember when I didn't have anybody and I had felt alone and was in a room full of people.
Mm.
When my boy Snoop died, something happened.
Mm.
It changed me because he was a soft, gentle giant and he was there every time I needed to hear a word. And he said it in such a subtle way. So I live to be that for people that can't be that for themselves. So when I see you and I smile at you, joke with you, I'm doing it because guess what? I know what it's like. I've been there. I've experienced it firsthand. While you sip on this show, if you replay it,
Yes.
know that your ISDC is a release,
Yes.
it's a recoup, it's a regroup. There's a whole bunch of reads in that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you reevaluate what you went through, all the pain, left. Because you living off of ISDC. Now you can't look forward to the next one or the next event.
Yes. I feel
I said,
rejuvenated. I'm
huh?
gonna be honest. I feel rejuvenated. I feel I still got work to do. Let me first put that out there. I still got work to do. So I would people always say, don't ask people to be praying for you. I don't want everybody praying for you. Well, the people that can get stuff up to heaven, pray for me. Now, if you're a little shaky, still
You
pray,
know
but
what? I guess for those that, for me, if my name is in your mouth, I'm still doing good.
yeah. Yeah.
It may be good, bad, or indifferent, but if my name is in your mouth, it's good. But one thing I'm going to go is that you're not going to say that I didn't try to
Yes.
be there or be some kind of laughter or joy. Not everybody's going to be pleased with me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But whoever I can touch, my grandmother, and I don't, my grandmother was everything to me.
Yeah.
And that song, Grandma's Hands Clapped in Church on Sunday morning. And every time I hear that,
Yes.
it thinks of my grandmother who was everything. And she said, if I could touch somebody, then my life wouldn't be in vain.
That's right. Amen.
You've
Amen.
touched people. I'm just a guest host here,
Thank you.
but I need you to understand that what you got today was confirmation of what we talked about. Me and you.
Yeah.
It's the confirmation. Now you know. You became very transparent. You have more than a lot of people that were actually at ISDC that have gone through things that you would never know. If their testimony, if we was to have a testimonial service like they used to have a New Year's Eve where they was up all night long,
That's
them
it.
testimonials,
Yes.
it would be more Kleenex passed than more dancing.
Yeah.
Men, I'm gonna tell this to you, and I gotta go eat because I'm hungry.
I know. We've been talking for a while, but this was needed. This was needed.
But men, it's okay to not be okay.
Oh,
Reach out. Stop holding it in because that aggression, that hurt becomes aggression, and that aggression takes you somewhere that you don't want to be. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay.
yes.
I promise you, it's okay.
Yes.
It's okay to not be okay, but find you a place, a safe place
To land on. Yeah.
to talk and be okay to cry. I got boys, I got fellas that ain't got no problem with shedding a tear with me.
That's right.
And I feel better. You're a bigger and better man because you do it. ISDC does a whole lot. I keep going back to ISDC because family helps family.
Yes.
You love on those who love you.
That's right.
You embrace those people that say, hey, you family, come on in here.
Yes.
This woman just opened herself, her show, and her life
Yes.
to you all. Don't embrace the issue. Let her know she ain't alone.
Yeah.
Encouragement goes a long way. Discernment, the encouragement from those people that's still in that little evil state will fade off. It's toxic. It will wax off, wax on, wax off.
Yes.
But those people that got good intentions, it sticks. So everything that I'm going to do it right now to you, 2023, bigger and better things for the tea lady.
Amen. I receive that.
It's going to be a lot of people that's going to put that there, that's going to claim it with me, that nothing's going to be able to stop you but you.
Yeah.
You're not going to go up. You're going to level up.
I receive that.
You and your family.
I receive that.
Everything that you touch will be blessed and already blessed.
I receive that.
So guess what? You got love all up on this thing. This is almost a 2-hour conversation. I expected to be here and be gone and eating I was trying to get the chicken for Jesus.
No.
But you didn't. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did. Out loud to the world, actually.
There's nothing wrong with a little chicken for Jesus. Do you know what chicken for Jesus is?
I am I thank you. Thank you, tea sippers. Thank you, new T sippers. I'm seeing the
They ain't new. They've been sitting here watching you the whole
I
time.
know, but I'm just like, again, that's the humbleness, and I do not take this platform for granted. I never have. So I am thankful that you guys have joined us tonight. I appreciate it. I know it kind of went all kind of different ways, but
It went where it was supposed to go.
So yeah.
This is your show. I'm talking, I done got my fifth ward in me, my little Houston,
Okay,
Texas fifth ward in me. Your show. And then the chicken for Jesus. I done got hungry. I done shed a tear up in here. I'm not supposed to be crying on no show.
I know. We
But
real
guess
here.
what?
We real here.
But guess what you did? You opened up the floor for some things that we as a community, not even a dance community, but Black community should address within our lives. That all of us that work, that have jobs, that got benefits, that got EAP, get it. Stop holding your pain.
Let it go.
And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for everybody that's on here that's got a little pain. Major pain, little pain, small pain. I'm gonna take it. And you could throw it this way. Let me see, where's my hand? You could take it and throw it to me. And I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna ball it up. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna throw it away. Because as of this day, this dance community is gonna embrace each other. We're going to take each other, we're going to grab each other by the hand and say, enough is enough. I'm not going to carry baggage in 2023. From 2013, 2003, I'm not going to do it anymore. Mental illness can be resolved if you reach out. Please throw it to me. I'm not going to carry it. I'm going to carry it to the garbage where it belongs. Start throwing it out of your house. Start throwing it out your house. Open your door and say, be gone. You speak those things into your house. Speak it out of your house. Negative, leave. You got to go. You have to go. You stayed too long. 1 minute too long. 1 minute is long enough. It's got to go. But realize every time you wake up, your survival rate to what you went through is 1,000%.
That part.
That part right there. 1,000%. If you're on this call, on this live, your survival rate is 1,000%. You was eating ramen noodles, you're eating steak now. You was on the bus, you in a car.
With insurance.
You was in a 1-bedroom apartment, you in a house.
Love it.
Your survival rate. Hey, you weren't even dancing. Now you going to Isdc being known by people.
Right. That.
This saved some people's lives tonight.
I am just, yes.
I'm not even speechless. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have been on this show.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. You got all the love that you needed today. I don't care if everybody reached out and reached their hands out to thank you for that. I thank you for allowing yourself, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of your recovery.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you. Tell Candyman, thank you for allowing you to be in this place, to let us into your life. That's your husband. That's the man of your household, and he's the protector of you. But tell him thank you for allowing us to be a part of you.
Most
Because,
certainly.
most people won't do that.
Yeah. I most certainly will. And I appreciate you. I love
Go give him a big hug, and everybody go embrace yourself and tell yourself thank you for not giving up.
it. Yeah.
Hug yourself. For all those winners and all those competitors, I have to keep going back to Isdc because this was about the good, bad, and
I
ugly.
know. Like Tina's ready to go to bed. Tina was like, bye, y'all. I'm going to go to bed, basically. Love y'all. Guys, we've been talking forever. So we're going to go. So thank you guys so much for joining the ISDC recap. Thank you so much, Lethal Weapon. Let me see some hearts. Let me see some stars. I do see a lot of stars have already come through. Send me more stars. I appreciate you guys so much for everything you guys have done throughout this last 6 years of supporting the brand. I'm excited to see what God is going to do in 2023 for us all. And listen, if you are, I need you guys to know this. I'm having a party here. Myself, it's going to be Aki, and it's going to be Maurice. We're doing something called The Movement here in Atlanta. Mark your calendars. It's February 16th through the 18th. Mark your calendars. I need to have you in my city. I need to have you in Atlanta. My birthday is actually the 17th of February. And my husband's is the 16th of February. So go figure. So it'll be our birthday weekend that we're doing this event. Again, it is February 16th through the 18th, called The Movement here in Atlanta. Please stay tuned for more details regarding that event. Again, thank you so much, ISDC, for this. Kevin, I love you, sweetheart. And I will see you on the flip side.
Later.
Bye-bye, Sip Sip.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. Thank you guys so much. I done cried enough. I don't even know my eyelashes still. Child, is they still on here, honey, because oh Lord, I done cried. Child, I'm trying to take my clothes off and go to bed. Lord, I done got sleepy. Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been crying. I done released. I feel good. I feel good. So thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for all of the love. Again, the movement is going down February 16th to the 18th right here in Atlanta. Stay tuned for more information. And until then, y'all already know. Sip, sip. Bye.